Hey Freedom Savers, welcome back. I'm going to go over the crazy aggressive dividend portfolio today. I do want to mention that I am up to about 130 subscribers, and I appreciate every one of you and all of your support. If you haven't subscribed yet, please do so. I do portfolio updates on all my weird portfolios every single week, and I try to provide as much stock market investing knowledge as I possibly can and encourage you to invest sooner than later. Let's get into the crazy aggressive dividend portfolio, shall we? I do have a few topics to talk about on this one, so I'm going to try not to miss them. If you remember right, in my last update, I was missing a penny. It showed I had earned $11.66 instead of $11.65 like M1 showed. That was actually my mistake because on the portfolio side, I had a penny sitting in the special dividend column that was being added twice and causing that extra penny to show up. So that is fixed. Let's go over to the portfolio real fast, and then I'll talk about the companies that I currently am going to be modifying. The overall portfolio value is $1,296.08, and I have $1.75 in cash. I have been paid dividends from TCPC, Gain, Glad, and Good. Just very small ones because these, I hit the ex-dividend like the day after I bought some partial shares on them. That was it. So, except for Good, of course. See, 5 days ago, I've already went over these, I believe, in my last update, because that was December 31st. So let's hop into the spreadsheet. 1296.08 is the value. I've deposited $1,280, which means I am up $16.08 on the aggressive dividend portfolio. Gain of 1.26%. I have not deposited any further money since last update, but $10 has been deposited because someone used my referral link. Whoever that was, I highly appreciate you and thank you very, very much. Dividends, I have earned $11.65 of dividends. This is the same as my last update. In January, we've been paid 95 cents of it from TCPC, Gain, Glad, Good, PFTEL, and PNNT, just like I said before. Dividend changes, I don't believe there were. It's not loading right now, but I put asterisks by the ones that we had dividend changes on. No dividend changes. Let's hop over to our yearly dividends. There's only been one investing day. The $10 from the referral got invested, which actually increased my yearly income by $1.30. So I got a yield on cost of 13%. Overall, this portfolio is generating $168.15 per year, which is about $14 per month. So while the overall value of this portfolio is much smaller than my Roth, it's generating almost the same amount. Because of the extremely high dividends. Now, a couple things that I want to get into here. I've had an issue this week with a merger that, so I own GOV or Gov, right? It's a REIT that invested in government real estate or leased out to governments. So it merged with SIR, which was Select Income REIT. And in that process, they're doing a 1-for-4 reverse stock split, which means that for every 4 stocks of Gov I own, I should get 1 stock of the new company, which is called OPI, or Office Properties Income, I think. OPI started trading on NASDAQ on January 2nd. It is January 4th, and I still do not have my OPI shares. The portfolio value shows 0 on Gov, and OPI wasn't added. Well, now it is. So if we come in here, go in here, this used to be Gov. But for a couple days there, it showed Gov there, a 0 value, and says I'm down $108.30 on it, which of course it didn't drop that much. It's just because the value of Gov went to 0. Today, it changed the name from Gov to OPI, finally. Unfortunately, it did not give me my shares of OPI yet. So I did write them and ask them to call me, which they did not do, but they did respond in a timely manner. And they originally told me that Gov went inactive pending a reverse split. It should be cleaned up in the next few days, which I already knew, and I'd already given it a couple days, or at least a day. And then I confirmed, yeah, they're doing the OPI, they're doing a 1-for-4 reverse split, but it should have been completed on the 2nd. I can't even modify my portfolio, and that was the thing, guys, is I come in here and I go edit, and I can't even change the weightings and save because there's a big warning up here that says you must remove Gov because it's inactive. So I couldn't even change my portfolio. And there is some changes I want to make, and I'll get into that in just a second. But that was very irritating. And I didn't want to remove Gov because I was afraid it would just sell OPI once I got those shares, which it would have. I'm almost 100% positive. So now I'm still afraid to make those changes that I want to make to this because I haven't received the shares for OPI yet. So I don't want to really touch this pie or change it until it is current and up to where it should be, where I actually have the shares in there that I should. I wrote them back and told them I couldn't modify it, whatnot. The reverse split was received yesterday, so that was the 3rd, and that corporate action will be complete Monday. You can edit your portfolio then. So they're still in the process of giving me my shares of IPO, basically is what they're telling me. Now, I feel that I could make changes to this and sell some positions and it wouldn't affect anything, but I'm not doing it just to be on the safe side because I want to make sure this is all current before I make changes to it. So that brings me to the next thing, and that is, what changes do I want to make to this portfolio? Well, here's the thing. I have some trusts in here, and these are royalty trusts for commodities like oil or iron and that type of stuff. I've been doing a little more research, and I know I should have done more research when I added these in the first place, but you know, live and learn. I tend to start and play around a little bit and then dig deeper into what I already own. I do my research ahead of time as much as possible, but when I'm kind of in a hurry, I will just toss them in the portfolio, and I will continue researching after I have them in the portfolio, which is what I've done with this case. And I've discovered that owning these royalty trusts that are based on commodities like oil and gold and iron and all that type of stuff can be very confusing on the taxes at the end of the year. And as you know, I've been trying to avoid confusion on my taxes at the end of the year. I'm not investing in MLPs. I'm not investing in, well, I'm not doing all kinds of stuff that would cause issues with me doing my taxes. I want to keep my taxes as simple as possible. I'm not even investing in foreign companies except for within the IRA where it doesn't matter for taxes. So let's take a look at royalty trust. Or back to royalty trust is depletion. All right, so here's the thing is these are based on a commodity like oil. And as oil is drilled and whatnot, it gets depleted. And what happens is on your taxes, you're supposed to claim a depletion amount or where your investment has lost value due to the depletion. And that's only one part of it. The other part is any expenses from the royalty trust. You can also claim a little bit of that, kind of like an MLP. Now, you don't get a K1 at the end of the year, but it's still, you still have to add all of these different things in there. And the other weird thing about the royalty trusts is as long as you own the company, you don't pay taxes on the depreciation that you claim for depletion. But as soon as you sell that royalty company, that royalty trust, that next year, you're going to be liable to pay taxes on all of the previously written off depreciations from depletion. So it's really weird how the taxes work around these trusts. So I just don't want to mess with it. Yeah, they've got great yields, but it's just not worth my trouble right now. As I get more advanced into how to handle taxes with all my investments, because previously when I invested years and years ago, I didn't invest in anything stupid. I invested in the solid blue chip companies, and that's it. I didn't expand and explore, and I wasn't super excited about it like I am now. I didn't know all the details of investing like I do now. I just didn't get into it. I was just trying to invest just for the hell of investing because I knew I should. So back then I had a mixed portfolio that was obviously a beginner's portfolio. And obviously I had no idea what I was doing. I learned from my mistakes back then, but I didn't get into it. I didn't have so much invested that it affected me that much until the recession hit in 2008 and 2009. That's when I had more invested, and the 401k really plummeted, and I made the huge mistake of getting out. Anyway, long story short, I'm getting sidetracked here. I can go into my history later on. But for now, the fact is royalty trusts, while they have a high yield, they're going to be a pain in the ass on my taxes. So I am going to sell them from all of my portfolios because I have royalty trusts in more than one. I have them in at least two. I have them in this aggressive dividend account, and I have them in my monthly dividend account. So I'm not going to do that right now. I'm not putting the order on right now until I get my OPI shares. Once that's settled, then I'll feel safe to go ahead and do that. The one thing is MVO is actually declared their dividend. So they are going to be putting out a dividend with an ex-div on January 14th. I do not want this dividend because I do not want to deal with the taxes. If I sell it now, it was just like purchasing it and selling it just like any other stock, and I can just use that on my taxes. So that's what I'm going to do. I'm not getting this dividend. So yeah, that's the plan. Anyways, that is the update for the M1 Finance aggressive dividends portfolio. I'm sorry for rambling on a little bit there, but I will be selling these two trusts. And one other thing, I will be replacing them. I'm going to be replacing these with Sons and SAR. I will be replacing them with these two, Sons and SAR, and both of them are business development companies. And they also have great yields. Not quite as great as these, I don't think. At least not one of them. But those are the ones I'll be replacing these two trusts with once I get these trusts sold. Hopefully I'll be able to sell these trusts for the profit that I've actually earned on them instead of a loss, and that would be cool. But it depends on what the market does Tuesday, I guess, because I'm not selling them on Monday. Hopefully I get my IPO shares on Monday, and I will sell these on Tuesday. By then, I could be down on both of these positions. So we'll see what happens. One other thing I'm doing right now until I get those positions is in funding. I have turned on do not auto invest my cash, because until M1 settles my OPI position, I'm not putting any more money into this portfolio to automatically invest across it. The money's going to be deposited as usual, and it will sit in my account until I get my shares, and then I'll turn the auto invest back on and let it reinvest properly. The reason I'm doing that is just because I don't want to dilute my OPI shares by purchasing some and then not knowing how many I'm supposed to be getting when they actually give me my shares. Now, I could do calculations and add it up, but I just don't want to. It's not worth it to me, and I can easily not invest for a day and wait for that. Once they add that position, then I will do that. Next Monday, we'll deposit $50, but I won't be auto investing it until I get the OPI shares, and then I will turn on the auto invest from there. So that's it for the crazy aggressive dividend portfolio. Sorry for rambling on. Hope you guys are doing great. Hope your portfolios are rocking it. Have a good one. All right, guys, thanks for watching. I appreciate it. Be sure to hit that subscribe button down below, and if you liked the video, hit that like button for me. If you want to hear any specific type of information, anything that you're interested in, you have any questions, just drop me a comment down below. Let me know what you think. Let me know your opinions on this video or any other video I've made. And if you know anyone else that might be interested in this video, please be sure to share it on your social media and share the knowledge. Thanks, guys.